everyone, and welcome to episode 131 of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm your host, John. And with me this week is a gaggle of galloping ghosts who go by the names Michael.
Yo.
Ryan.
Hello.
And Rose.
It's me.
Welcome back, all three of you. I'm very happy to have you on the show tonight.
It's nice to be back, even though I didn't go anywhere.
I'm not allowed to leave.
Be back. Yeah, that's okay.
You're absolutely allowed to leave, Michael. You just need to tell me.
You lock the door and slide the food underneath it. I assume that's a no-go.
Just knock on the door, say, "Please, allow me a parlay," and then we can converse about this.
you can work out a deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're here once again with another week of games, fun, friends, festivities, whatever else you could possibly think of.
Family.
Friendship. When you hear your family.
French kissing.
Mm-hmm.
No, none of that.
Lots of that.
Oh.
None of it.
Damn.
All of it.
But why don't we talk about what we've been doing the past week? What the past week has entailed for all of us. Rose, why don't we start with you?
Sure.
What's been going on?
I played a lot of games this time, and not just Final Fantasy.
Cool.
All right, well, we would love to hear about it. Go right ahead.
To start off the week, I finished Hyperdimension Neptunia, Rebirth 3.
You.
Yeah. It was alright. You know? It was okay. And now I'm on the new one, and it's 60 FPS, and
Slick.
It's real good.
Got that smooth nip. It's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I also,
smooth as root beer.
I got into that Bloodborne again.
Okay.
Nice.
And I made a new character, and I'm like halfway through now, I think.
Wow.
I've never beat it, so I really want to beat it. That game is extremely my shit.
It's a pretty good game.
Everything about it is...
I only played it one time when it first came out, but I really enjoyed it, so...
It's really cool. It does a lot of really good gothic stuff, which is really good.
So, going to the mall and wearing, heavy black jeans.
You go there, and there's,
chain.
A dude, and he has tentacles.
What are those...
That's a Hot Topic?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, with the things Hot Topic are selling nowadays, I mean, maybe. But, what are those jeans that people used to wear with, all the pouches and, the zippers and stuff?
Trip pants?
Trip pants. I was going to say
zip.
I was going to say zip pants, but I think trip pants is right, yeah.
Trip pants?
I've never heard of that. I don't think I've worn them before.
If you Google trip pants, I think it has two P's.
It does.
You'll immediately recognize them.
I did not wear those pants.
I played Magic the Gathering with a friend in high school who wore these pants. So
I played Kingdom Hearts.
Those both sound about right, honestly.
I think it was required at some point.
Yeah, those both sound like the Venn diagram intersection of the kind of people who would wear trip pants on a regular basis. So,
Rose, anything else?
I started Valhalla finally.
There you go. Cool. How are you liking it?
I'm only on day 4, but so far I'm really liking it. They started off with some real jerk characters, but I still really like that.
I thought it was interesting because I actually very briefly talked with one of the writers of Valhalla on Twitter about that writing choice, and he told me that they specifically loaded the front end of that game with jerks to make it almost a better experience as soon as Sei shows up.
Sure.
She kind of stands for the beginning of a good period in the bar's existence and in Jill's life, you know. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like a good way to express no, it's not all girls and bartending and great all the time. Sometimes there are the real assholes.
Yeah.
I thought it did that pretty well.
It's not cyberpunk Cheers.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Cheers. Cheers could be filled with assholes, but I don't know.
It is, but they weren't assholes in the 80s. It's just time has not treated them well. I Cheers is on sometimes on some of the channels I watch, and I accidentally overhear it.
Accidentally.
Yeah. Cheers sucks.
Wow. Michael's opinion, yeah.
Wow.
Let's talk about 80s. All right. Three's Company, yay or nay? Come on.
Yay.
Was Alf in the 80s?
Yes.
Okay, I'll say yay on that one, but
Alf's a good choice.
the rest of them are just going to like go over my head probably. Like I'll have heard of them but not know anything about them.
Sure.
The best episode of Alf is the one where he throws a party when that dude dies.
Sounds great.
And he says, like, oh, that's how we do it on my planet. And everyone's like, Alf, you're a real asshole.
Yeah.
And then he eats their cat.
Yeah. Fucking...
What a dick.
What a legend.
That's why he dies at the end.
No, he gets captured.
That's
he gets
right.
captured.
Because they capture
just
him at the
captured.
end. They capture him at the end, and it's like completely left hanging as to what happens to Alf. Like, so here's the question. Here's the question for all you '80s pop culture apologists out there. Here it goes. Did Alf deserve it? Did Alf deserve
Yes,
his
absolutely.
fate?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it seems like we've got a pretty unanimous yes here. I mean, first off, dude eats cats. That's fucked up enough. I've never actually watched more than like 2 episodes of Alf ever.
You've watched every episode of Alf then.
Okay,
You've
great.
There's
watched all
like
of
3
them.
seasons.
I know there's that one comic book cover of him where he looks like he's fucking a seal, which is kind of messed up.
What?
There's this one comic.
What are you
There's this one-
talking about?
I'm Googling
Okay,
this.
There's this one comic cover from Alf where he's like grabbing a seal from behind and like making some witty quip, but it absolutely looks like he's sticking his fucking furry alien dick into the tail
Holy
end of this
shit, I
cartoon
found
seal.
it.
Yeah,
if you Google Alf comic, if auto completes the seal and
Yeah.
So hurry up already.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Don't buy if the safety seal is missing.
you should look up some videos of behind the scenes of Alf, because apparently the guy who was his puppeteer was a dick to everyone who worked on that show.
Because didn't they just have like a whole bunch of like big ass holes cut in the floor of the set so they could like move around in it?
Yes,
I
so
seem
that
to
he could
remember-
move around and the actors would frequently fall in them and hurt themselves.
That's right. Because I was going to say, I seem to remember reading like old news stories about like them falling in and like breaking their legs and shit. So
Holy shit.
I don't know
Yeah.
about breaking their legs.
well, okay, you know what I mean.
Dad's on crutches
Spraining.
again.
That's it.
What
That's
a-
it.
what a
I don't have-
nightmare of a
I don't
show.
have- I don't have anything else to say about atrocious life form or anime licking feet. Anyway,
What?
please.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Alf. Oh yeah, Rose, please. What
I
else did
can't
you play?
say anything after that. That's the rest of my week now. That's all I'll remember.
Just gonna be thinking about anime feet licking.
No. I'm done. Okay, go.
Alright.
You should have canceled the podcast when you had a chance.
Yeah, I probably should have. Ryan, how about we touch upon what you've been up to now that you've
yeah,
ruined
please.
this podcast for everybody?
Please touch upon me. But
Whoa.
I don't know. I've been kind of busy this last weekend. I had a friend come from visit out of town,
Right.
and we watched all 3 Indiana Jones movies, which was really nice.
Wait, there are 4.
I know what I said, asshole. We went to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark at the Master Pancake, which is kind of like a live Mystery Science Theater 3000 they do here in Austin. And so we got to see Raiders of the Lost Ark like riffed on live, which was incredible. And then we went back, and over the next couple of days we watched Temple of Doom and Last Crusade. And it's really interesting to watch those movies because it's been years since I've seen them. Like, it's been a really long time since I've watched Temple of Doom or Last Crusade. And it's interesting to see the way in which post Temple of Doom, they try to kind of bring Last Crusade back into what I guess people would consider to be the Indiana Jones canon, I guess. Because you watch Raiders of the Lost Ark and it's like, yeah, hell yeah, it's fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's a classic movie. And then you watch Last Crusade, which is, the third one, and it's very similar to Raiders of the Lost Ark in terms of both story structure and style. Both of them have to do with Indiana Jones rescuing a biblical artifact from, the Nazis. Both of them have the same characters. They even have, the same opening credit font at the beginning, which I thought was interesting. But then you watch Temple of Doom, and it's a very different experience, which I know people who have seen those movies kind of know about that, but for me, watching these again, it was kind of odd to look at, because Temple of Doom starts out, it's very different stylistically, visually, they're in, the cabaret, the nightclub, there's, a musical number, the opening font's in, this blood red, block letters, which is completely different. That movie's just so much darker and just both literally and figuratively underground in comparison to the other two films in that series. And this isn't a film podcast, so I won't dwell on it too long, but the point I'm trying to get to here is that despite the fact that that movie is about as culturally sensitive as a moldy potato, Temple of Doom is actually not as bad as people tend to say that it is, in my opinion. It's certainly a lot darker than those other two movies, but I think it certainly has its moments, and it's a very fast-paced film, too. Once that movie starts, for those of you who have seen Temple of Doom, Michael, I'm assuming you've seen it, because I know you're into movies. John, Rose, are you two into Indiana Jones at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen them, I'm sorry.
What?
Okay. You should do that, or at least watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. But the thing about Temple of Doom is that once you hit that scene where Indy goes through the secret passage in Willie's bedroom in the palace, that movie just fucking goes, and it does not.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop until it ends, which I really admire. I think it does a great job of keeping up the pacing. I like what it does visually and stylistically. It has a lot of ideas that it juggles around, and I think it handles most of them well. Like I said, that movie has, weird, culturally insensitive racism in it, in a few places, but overall, it's a lot better than I remembered it being. But anyway, my weekend was a lot of catching up with friends and watching movies, but I did play some games. So playing, or I guess I should say watching the various Indiana Jones movies kind of got me into a very Indiana Jones kind of mood. So that weekend we went to the arcade that's near where I live called Pinballs with a Z.
Did you start whipping people?
No, I did not. I do that every Saturday night, though, so that's a pretty regular occurrence. Anyway, we went to Pinballs with a Z, because that's how you know it's cool. But this place actually is really cool. It's a big 2-story pinball arcade in Austin. And it's mostly pinball tables, but they have a lot of other arcade machines there. And I played both Indiana Jones tables they had. They had one that was the original trilogy, and then they had one with Crystal Skull in it, too. The original one's actually a better table, in my opinion. But they also had the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom arcade game there. And I played a little bit of that, and I don't know how I feel about it. I want to say that game is weird and impenetrable, but that may just be because I'm incompetent at arcade machines in the first place. I don't know if any of the rest of you have ever played it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So I was telling you, if you hadn't seen The King of Kong, but it takes place at this arcade primarily in New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's the documentary. That's the documentary about the guy that does the Donkey Kong high score or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that arcade that they go to, which is an arcade museum, literally right near me. I go up there all the time.
Nice.
They have it there, and they have 2 machines of it, I think.
Really?
Nightmare to control. It's a nightmare to control.
Yeah,
so I understand.
It's not great. I played it just because I saw it and I was like, wow, I gotta check this out. And I was like, wow, that was a waste of 75 or 50 cents or however much it was. But, that was really cool. My friend who came down to visit, she had never seen Temple of Doom before. She had seen all the other ones, but apparently her dad thought that Temple of Doom would be too traumatizing for her to watch as a child, which is fair. That movie fucked me up as a kid. And
really?
Yeah, I mean, him pulling out, like, the heart, like, some dude getting, like, smashed into, like, red, gory paste on, like, the gem cutting machine.
I know there's some messed up stuff in those, but I guess I had watched them and, like, kind of understood that it's, like, mystical and...
Yeah, and, you know, for me as a kid, I wouldn't go as far to say as it traumatized me, but it definitely stuck with me in a lot of ways.
Sure, yeah.
And when I was younger, I actually made... this year is actually the 15th anniversary of this, because I found the tape when I was home the last time. I made a Indiana Jones ripoff called Ruin of Doom, and it was a stop-motion Lego movie, and it ended with the guy being put into a tomb, and it's like to be continued, but... It was never continued.
You have to continue it.
Yeah, I should make like a special edition, like break out all my old Legos again and do that. The Ruin of Doom 2, Doomed again. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so I played that, and I also, which is hold on, what else? I played a little bit of Anarchute, first of all. That game came out pretty recently. Rose and I tried to record a video on that, but it was a no-go because my computer was kind of being chunky on that day, kind of chugging along and not doing great on the frame rate. So Rose and I played a little bit of that. I've played a little more of it. By the time this podcast goes up, there should be a review on the site for that game. It's pretty good. It's a game where you play as little anthropomorphic animals, and you riot through the streets of various cities against, like, this Big Brother totalitarian regime of, I think they're called the Brainwash Patrol. They all wear gas masks like fucking Hellboy characters or something. But that game's really neat. It plays kind of, what Rose said is that it plays kind of like Pikmin. I've never played that game before. I've never actually played any of the Pikmin game, but you go around and you slowly accumulate like little furry rioters, and the more you have, the more abilities you can do, and you kind of beat them up across the stage. Like, it's kind of like a beat 'em up. You just like mash buttons to do stuff. Like, you mash A to like beat up on these I guess they're these enemies that you're fighting, and you knock them out. You can, like, hit Y once you have, like, 30 riders in your squad and, like, literally knock over buildings and, like, push obstacles out of the way.
What's the goal? Like, what is the end once you're doing all this?
Each level has flags you have to capture. You have to, at least the Japan levels do, you have to go around, you capture the flags, and then that beats the level. And then every city or country or whatever has a boss fight. And the one in Japan is there's this big tank that, like, shoots at you, that shoots missiles at you, and you have to, like, pick up the missiles and, like, throw them back at the tank, and then that reveals, like, a weak point that you can, like, throw other stuff at. So it's very video gamey.
Gotcha.
Very, I guess, I wouldn't say classic, but very, like, yep, this feels like a video game. But, you know, it's pretty cool because the thing about that game is the gameplay is really smooth. And I know we did a whole bit on the podcast last week about Doom playing really smoothly, but I wouldn't say Anarchute is like that, but the controls that it gives you for, like, this crowd-based beat-em-up, it just feels really satisfying to, like, play it, because it's pretty fast-paced. You can just, like, hop in, it, like, auto-targets all your enemies for you, so you don't have to constantly, like, whip the camera around. You don't have to, like, hit a lock-on button or anything. All the, I guess you'd call it combat. All the combat just kind of flows together. It kind of feels like, in a weird way, like the Batman Arkham games, because you just get in there and you, like, mash buttons and you can dodge roll out of the way and, like, dash to get back into the fight and just keep, like, wailing on them. And it's a good game. I'd recommend, you know, reading a review of it with my thoughts that are going to be a little more in depth, I suppose. But if you like. See, I don't really know any games to, like, compare this to. If you like Pikmin, like, beat 'em up. If you like furry games, I guess, because the animals are really cute. If you
like yiffing,
yeah, whatever.
This game's for you.
Oh my god!
He didn't say that.
I'm trying to be like relatively serious here and, like, actually recommend this game to people who might have a vested interest in anthropomorphic animals, and you're just, like, fucking it up, Michael.
I am being accurate to the subject.
I mean, we don't even know if they're anthro or not.
Yeah, they may actually
just be heads.
Yeah, it says you unlock heads, so they might actually just be people wearing, like, animal heads. But the point is, it's a good game. It's got a real banger of a soundtrack, too. The soundtrack is catchy as hell, and it's really good. It's very stylized. I think it was built in like Unity, because that's like the first thing you see when you turn it on. It's like built in Unity. It's like, thanks. But that game's pretty cool. I'd recommend checking it out. And the last thing I'll mention before I pass this flaming turd torch off to someone else is doing a roundabout back to Indiana Jones. I picked up, I mean, I've had this game for years. I started replaying the PS2 game Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb earlier today. That game was my entire childhood. Like, most of me being a young little Ryan, a tiny man, most of my Indiana Jones experience came not from the movies, but from that game, because I played it so much. It's been literal years since I played that game. I probably haven't played it since I was like 12 years old. That disc looks like someone's played hockey with it. There's so many scratches on it. But it still runs like perfectly. The graphics look like crap on my big HD TV, but really, I wouldn't have it any other way. So far, that game has held up to my nostalgia of it. It's like a third-person, like, action-adventure game. It's got a lot of platforming, which blows, but,
Wait, you said it was a PlayStation or PlayStation 2?
PlayStation 2.
Okay.
It came out for, I think, PC and maybe original Xbox also. Mm-hmm. But it's a pretty interesting game. I seem to remember the plot is that Indiana Jones is being Indiana Jones again, and there's a Nazi who's blind in one eye who's trying to steal something from the Terracotta Army in China, because it's like some powerful artifact that's going to make the Nazis super powerful. And I just remember bits and pieces of that game. First level's like a jungle. I know you go to like Prague at one part and you fight like a fucking Frankenstein. Like it's like it's like a homunculus. He like comes out of like a tube filled with green fluid, and like he's got he's got that really cool thing where he's got like a viewing port on his chest that you can like see his heart behind, and it's like, oh, this was so influential on me as a young child. But there's also a level where you fight like a giant kraken, which is with like a harpoon gun, which is really
just
neat.
Like Indiana Jones.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah, exactly. But that game's cool. I know we haven't done like a round trip article in like literal months, but if I get close to the end of that game, I might write up something about it, just because it was like such a huge part of me being a child and having a PlayStation 2. But
sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much been my last week.
Is it like that Wii game, the bad one?
I had that Wii game, but I only ever played like the first level of it, so I don't.
Conduit?
No, it's called like Indiana Jones and like the Staff of Kings or something like that.
There was an Indiana Jones of the Wii.
It
was on Wii, DS, and PS2.
Yeah. See, for me, that was like the Emperor's Tomb will always be my Indiana Jones game, homeboy. Like that's it. Like that's my nostalgia trip. So when I picked up Staff of Kings or whatever the hell that game is called, I was like, yeah, this is okay, but it's no Emperor's Tomb, and so I just never finished it. But I don't know. Emperor's Tomb isn't great. It's not a great game, but it's serviceable and it's fun, and I have so much memory. I have so many memories attached to it that I'm loving replaying it anyway. So that's me. That's me in a week. So,
all right, glad to hear it, Ryan.
Yeah,
Michael, let's move on to you.
Hey, hi, hello.
How have you been doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. What's been going on?
That's great to hear.
What's been going on? Am I talking to actual Michael, or am I talking to the automated bot that you set up?
Hello.
No one is available.
I am not a robot. I am here to sell you timeshares.
Wow, thanks for the timeshare offer,
no
Michael.
problem.
Wait, don't you both live in Florida already? Like, you basically live in timeshares as it is, just by, like, proxy.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't other people kicking me out every other weekend to say, I live here too, but...
It's like a conceptual timeshare.
What? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
It's a living. Michael...
There's a little man in your head who's constantly trying to kick you out of your own house, but anyway,
that is
sorry.
100% true.
That little man is called rent.
Yeah.
Little man's called money. Hi.
What are you up to lately?
Not much. It was a slow week. It was a nice, slow, relaxing week.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'm just.
What is that supposed to mean? You bet.
No, it just sounds like you had a nice week. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't like it's insanely slow. It was just normal paced, which was needed. So
sure.
Didn't even see a movie this weekend or last weekend. Yeah. There was nothing out. What was there to see?
You could go see Independence Day again.
I meant like movies, not like conceptual pieces of trash.
Finding Dory.
I already saw it.
Has Swiss Army Men had wide release yet, or is that only out?
Swiss Army Men?
It's Swiss Army Man. It's a movie that has what is his name? It's Paul Dano. That's the guy's name, and it's Paul Dano who's this guy who's like shipwrecked on an island, and Daniel Radcliffe is there as a corpse.
Oh, and like, okay.
And like they're the only. I think they're the only two people in it. I've heard it's really good. But I know it's released here in Austin, but I don't know if that's just because it's in Austin, because it's fucking Austin.
It is. It has more than two people in it, and it. According to this, its release date was June 24th. But
okay.
You know that may not be wide.
I mean, I know it's out here, but the point is, I've heard it's pretty good, but I don't know much about it.
I don't want to see it.
Okay, fair enough.
The next movie I see will be Ghostbusters. So
all right.
I don't know if that won't be this weekend. That'll be probably the one afterwards. So
sure, I've heard it's decent.
Yeah.
So
I'll get to it. I will get to there.
Of course.
Yeah.
So Michael, what games have you been playing?
The video kind.
Good. Which ones?
Where do I start? Let's see. I will let you talk about the anime fighting game we've been playing.
Oh, sure.
We can both talk
I'll
about that
to
when we get to you.
Yeah, I have a lot of anime to talk about. Don't worry.
Great. I'll play something on my phone then.
Wow.
I mean, I won't have anything. I don't That'll be my only.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I played some Kerbal Space Program on a console.
Wow.
What wondrous news! Tell me, O Swami. What happens in this?
It's not good.
Wow, what?
So it's still Kerbal. Like, it's still a Kerbal Space Program, and I've already reviewed it. I already love Kerbal. I think it's a great game. If you can possibly either upgrade your PC or already run Kerbal Space Program, buy it for your computer. Do not buy the console version. Unless they somehow update this thing and fix it. It runs. It's still Kerbal. It does have a little bit of hitchiness, and like it drops frames sometimes. It's not as beautiful as like a great PC would be.
Sure.
But that's kind of expected with a console port. It's even hard to like explain because, you know, the problems it has are the same problems if you were to plug your PC into your TV. Like, you would have those same problems where like text is really tiny.
Sure.
You know, you still have to use a mouse and keyboard, but this time you're using a controller. Like, that's difficult. But that port work going from PC to console, it can be done. You know, Minecraft did it. And when Minecraft did it, they like the conceit of using your mouse to move stuff around your inventory or to move stuff to a crafting table was just kind of taken away. And of course, that had been years after Minecraft had been out, or at least out in some capacity. So there wasn't really that experimenting with like putting like sticks in different spots. Everyone kind of knew the tools, so they just kind of threw that away and said, hey, do you want to make an axe? All right, you have the stuff in your inventory. Just hit this button. You've made an axe. Like, they made conceits there, and they kind of solved those problems. And they changed the game, but the core was still there.
It's kind of tragic to see that, because I just looked it up, and Minecraft came out only a year before Kerbal did, originally.
The final release date, maybe.
No, like the early access started for Kerbal.
Oh, yeah.
A year after Minecraft's started too.
Like the year after Minecraft's early release started?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's, I mean, Minecraft's a little more, or Kerbal's a little more complicated.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah. So there's a lot of little issues that, depending on who you are, may be nothing. But to me, they kind of prevent you from playing Kerbal like you should be able to. So the UI is a really big problem. Like, I couldn't read the text. I'm like 6 to 8 feet away from my TV. I'm not very far. I couldn't read it from here. Even sitting on my bed, which is 2 to 3 feet away from my TV, I couldn't read it. I had to go into the options, and thank God they were there, and upscale the UI. Problem was, when you do that, and you go through the training, which you totally should, because otherwise you not only won't know what you're doing, you won't know any of the controls. And we'll get to the controls, because fuck. So when you go through the training, all the training messages have been blown up, and then they cover the spaceship in the middle of the screen. So it's telling you to like do things to the spaceship, and I have to like drop the camera to the gap between the training message, which you can't see through. You have to like, I had to get like this little gap and like select the it just not well thought out. Like, just not even thought out at all. Going back to Minecraft, one of the cool things Minecraft did when it went to the console was it had a separate little test play area that it would take you through the console controls. Now, of course, like, that's for someone who's maybe not used to ever playing or using a controller. That's for someone who has played 1,000 hours of Minecraft, but is playing it for the first time on a console. Like, that's useful. Kerbal doesn't have that. It still has the training stuff that it has in the PC, but again, like, and that takes you through everything, but it's not required. Whereas Minecraft, I don't think it required it of you, but it put it up front. Like, here's this separate console unique mode that you can only go into, and it had preset areas and preset buildings that it would take you through and teach you the basic concepts of Minecraft and the basic controls. And the fact that Kerbal just has the same PC ones makes it a little more difficult for someone who, you know, assuming they're on a console and it's the only way they can buy Kerbal, that might be like they might not be used to more complicated. Or you know, it's not a console, quote unquote, console gamers game. You know, it's not that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of frustrating to see like a mouse cursor still on screen, or that the mouse cursor is both initially when you turn it on. I'm playing on PS4, so when I turned it on, the mouse cursor is controlled by the right stick, but also by the PS4's gyro scope.
Oh my god.
So I'm playing with it like with my I'm playing on my bed and the controller's on my lap, so I'm not moving. I'm like, okay, this is weird that it's a mouse, and then I kind of like adjust the controller, and like the mouse just jitters. And you can again, like, to their credit, just like the UI, you can adjust that stuff and you can turn it off, but it's on by default.
So, can you use a mouse? Because I know the PS4 can use a mouse for like Final Fantasy, but like
I haven't tried, and where my PS4 is now is behind my TV. So I would have to run. I think my current mouse would reach maybe my bed, but I mean that's not why. Like, again, if someone was
it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, A, it shouldn't happen, and B, like if someone were to buy this and they had a capable PC and a PS4 or Xbox One, I think it comes out on Xbox One. By the time you're listening to this, last Friday, it came out on Xbox One and is already out on PS4. And Wii U last Friday. I don't know how the Wii U fucking plays this thing.
I bet there's no gamepad.
The PS4 fucking chunks up every like at random times. But yeah, so like the mouse, like and that brings another, like, all these issues kind of play into one another. So the mouse issue isn't one when you kind of learn some of the controls of it. Like, you can click in the right stick and the mouse will appear or disappear, which it doesn't tell you. So at one point when I was trying to figure out how to make the mouse come up in mid-launch, which means I need to do things kind of quickly, it came up and I didn't know how to get rid of it, and I couldn't do anything else. So the X button launches and also controls the staging of your rocket. And that's pretty important, and you sometimes have to time that, or it might be your parachute. So I'm sitting there hitting X because I needed to, and I couldn't get the mouse cursor off the screen, so it wouldn't accept X as an input.
Jesus.
So, and like, some of the controls are just strange. Like, some of the controls, like, sometimes you need to bring the mouse up in mid-flight to do stuff, and sometimes you don't need it. And then there's a problem with, like, part of my TV screen is cutting off just the very edge of everything on the sides. just on the left and the horizontal, and I can't adjust that at all. It's just like all these little issues that it feels like they sat down and they went over every problem there is from porting something from the PC to to a console, and they came up with real easy solutions, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And nobody sat there and said, like, hey, the UI is really small. Put in a UI scaler. Well, that covers up half the game. Don't worry about it. We fixed the first problem. Let's keep going.
Sure.
And it's a real shame because, like, Kerbal's pretty awesome. Like, I love
game,
that game. Yeah. And the only way I would recommend anyone to play Kerbal Space Program on a console is either if it gets fixed or if it's your only choice.
Yeah.
Like, if you really don't have any, like, well, I don't know when I'll get a gaming PC or even something that can kind of run it, if you're still not sure and it won't happen soon and you really need to play Kerbal, then play it on consoles. Otherwise,
you don't need to play a game that badly, I don't think.
No. I mean, if it's like the game you'll love it, and it's that bad and you can't afford a PC, then sure. But otherwise, like, avoid this thing like hot fucking fire.
If your loins are set aflame by the idea of playing Kerbal Space Program, then maybe. But that's about it.
I'm actually curious about the Wii U version because it seems to have gamepad support, like different camera angles and stuff. But with how you're describing it, I really wonder what it's actually like.
I don't even, like... there's just so many weird... Like, not even, like, off-the-wall control issues. It's just, they put that there.
Yeah.
Like, when you have the cursor to select certain items, it's the O button, which to me is the back button. And it's like, why isn't this X? Or to zoom in and out the camera, when you're, like, at any point, you either hold L1 or R1.
Yeah.
Either one. Or both, it suggests, or both.
Yeah,
like,
selecting stuff with the circle button, that's like some old school PS1 shit going on.
Yeah, that's like the Japanese way of doing it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix.
it's there's a lot of little stuff of, like, if you tap the button, if you hold the button, there's just a lot of little nuances.
That's so bizarre.
It really does feel like somebody said, I don't know, put that on triangle. All right, now put that hold. That'll be hold. And it's like, wait, why isn't this a modifier? Why can't I hold down left trigger to open this radio wheel? Why do I have to hold Y or hold triangle? It's ridiculous.
It's bizarre. It is. From what Rose said, I would be actually interested to try that game on the Wii U because I bet that would mitigate a lot of issues.
Don't spend money because it doesn't work well on the PS4.
All right, well, we'll see. Michael, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because you went in on Kerbal.
Fucking, it's a travesty. What else did I play? I played that anime fighting game, Boyd.
Yeah, we both played some Boyd.
I watched some Boyd.
Mm-hmm. Boyd's interesting.
Fun.
Yeah.
Boyd it
didn't blow my socks off, but
yeah, I'm curious about it. I kind of want to try it online to see if I'm any good.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it'd be fun multiplayer. So
when I beat John that one time, it was really fun. Boyd is a 2D RTS where you play water sperm and you have to take over other water sperm.
They're just like little they look like
sperm.
I mean, yeah, but they're just like little single cell organism looking things. They
look like tadpoles, and they go into circles and fight off other tadpoles for supremacy.
All right.
Take that as you may. Yeah. It's free to play if you just want to play multiplayer, and then I think if you pay for it, you get the campaign. And the campaign's, I've only played. I think it has me at 17%, so not very far. There are a lot of escort missions. Like, you have 6 units, make it to the end, and I don't like those.
Is there a story?
No.
What?
It is kind of just, here's the mission, and it's introducing you, like, new elements every time, but no, there's no story. It's just kind of an RTS.
Why would you buy that then?
It's sort of a tutorial for the multiplayer because I looked through the emails that they sent about this game, and they were trying, I wouldn't say like trying extremely hard, but they were going for let's make this a big multiplayer game for people. Like, they showed some StarCraft Pro playing it against the developers and stuff. They wanted this to be a big-time RTS, and...
I can, the framework is there. I can see... It's simple enough that I can see a good handful of people playing it and getting into it, but I think unless they worked on it some more, I don't think it would ever be, like, on that scale. But,
it's neat.
Absolutely
and
not.
it's the multiplayer is free, so if you're interested, you try it out, and you can beat John pretty easily.
Yeah, not to like completely shit on it. I just think it's a smaller game. It's a niche, like, just, you know, hop in, play a couple of rounds. It's a map editor that's kind of confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's kind of neat that you can just make your own maps for a game like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a neat little game. So.
Yeah.
I also played... Oh, God, I feel like there was something else I played, but I don't remember it.
No. We can get back to you if you need it.
Nah, it's fine. I also played some Neo Geo games.
Okay.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll talk about some stuff here. First off...
go for it.
I don't remember if I mentioned this on here, but for a while, my Witcher 3 game was frozen. I couldn't get past a certain part because I thought that I had to talk to a character, and every time that I went to talk to her, the game would hang on a loading screen. But finally, I just waited, and I didn't talk to her, and she, like, unclipped herself from, like, this, like, evil zone of bugginess. And the game continued after that. So, finally, it's been, like, a week or two, and now I'm able to play The Witcher 3 again, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, didn't you have to, like, send your save file to, like, CD Projekt Red or something?
Yeah, I did, and they helped me through it. Yeah, like, very nice. I, like, you know, kudos to CD Projekt Red's customer service, I guess, for helping me out with that. Let me think, what else have I been playing? Well, I played some of that furry game, that boss rush game. I mean,
more furry games.
Scott talked about that. I think he did. Was he around for that? Talk about that?
I mean, I know he wrote the review for it, and I thought he talked about it on the podcast, but I'm not sure.
Either way, reviews up on the site. I kind of feel pretty much the same. I only played a little bit of it, but it's neat. It's a fun game. It's hard as balls, but it's real fun. Also played a little bit of Video Ball.
Cool.
Right.
I'm gonna play a lot more of that probably this weekend because I'm gonna actually be hanging out with friends, and that game is it's a party game.
Yeah. So
you kind of need other people to be there, but it's a very simple but also incredibly complex sports game where you play as a little triangle and you have to try to get a ball to a goal, and that's it. It's just a square with two smaller squares on each side that are the goals, and then you play a little triangle and you're just shooting you're shooting like little shots out into the circle. And the longer you hold the button down, the bigger your shot will be. And if you hold it down long enough, you'll make a cube, and that cube acts as like a barrier. And then just play the game that way. It's also extremely customizable. Like you can customize what points make what. Like for example, you could be like, oh, if you score from all the way on your side of the field to their side of the field, it's more points. Like you can edit pretty much anything you want for the game itself. But no, yeah, it's like because it's so easy to pick up and play, but so complex at the same time. It's fascinating. But again, it's one of those things where you need other people to play. So get back to me next week, and I'll talk more about my experience with Video Ball.
Sure. It has a single player. Like there is a single player to it, but you should. And I think there's also online. So.
Sure,
it's not like it's not a couch co-op game necessarily, but it's totally like that's the basis of it.
I know, but don't blame me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just informing people.
Yeah.
I agree. That's better with people in the room.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
Jeez.
The other game that I played some of this with Michael. Was
Hello.
Under Night in Birth EXE Late or Uniel. It's a fighting game by the same people, French bred, the same people who made Melty Blood. If you remember Michael and I talking about that a couple months ago. And Uniel is really dumb, but really fun, just like Melty Blood. It plays a lot better than Melty Blood. The graphics are gorgeous. The gameplay is it's so fluid. I don't know. I really dig that game. In case you, I don't remember the guy I was playing as, the noodly arm dude. He had a weird name. I remember the other guy I was playing as because his name is.
It wasn't Grandpa Grip.
Yeah, Grandpa's Grip was who you were playing as.
Yeah.
I was playing as the noodly vampire guy.
Nudie, yeah.
Yeah,
Nudie.
he wasn't nude. He was noodly. And then I also really liked Carmine, who's the he's like the trap character who can like throw down like a purple goo and then you can like shoot blood out of it. It's pretty cool. Like those are my two characters basically. But yeah, no, that game is it's just a really good fighting game. You know, I don't think there's anything too like incredibly complex about the conversation around that game because it's old, and I mean they're gonna update it if I remember correctly. I think they're adding a new character soon. I don't know if that'll come to the PC version anytime soon, but I know that they're definitely adding a new character. But no, that game is neat. I really like it. It's out now on Steam. Really fun. Okay, so now is the time that I have been waiting for.
All right, so let me just sit back and relax and ignore the podcast.
You all can do whatever the fuck you want. This is my show. I'm going to talk about, and this is on topic too, because this is about a video game anime.
Yeah, let me check how long we've been talking. Oh, okay, yeah, all right, sure, this will go great.
Yeah, it's
Shut
okay,
the fuck
Michael.
up.
Michael, we've excised the new releases segment. Spoiler alert! So John can talk about whatever he wants, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not going to go that long. I promise you. I just want to give some quick thoughts.
Got rid of new releases and replaced it with anime. What a fucking farce this is.
It's the right move.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to talk about my quick thoughts on the first episode.
Good. I can't wait to hear him. Mm-hmm.
Michael, I'm going to slap you silly. I swear to
What?
God.
I can't wait to hear him. I'm curious.
The first episodes of the new Danganronpa 3 animes.
Oh, great.
Cool.
Okay, so first off, the future arc.
Uh-huh.
Can you all calm down, please?
We're listening. We're
I
being
love
polite.
Danganronpa.
I'm trying to I'm just making like noises of affirmation,
Okay,
so
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just not
Okay,
like
I'm sorry.
sitting over here completely silent. I don't know
sorry.
what,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know what Michael's doing. But
I'm just
doing the
trying.
same
I'm just
thing.
trying to make
Same
sure
thing.
that this is coming from a place of pureness and not one of evil. All right.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
never.
fine. I mean, as long as you, I'm interested to hear you talk about it. I just don't exactly
go that
know
long, I
like
promise.
what everything means in
All right.
regards to
I will
it,
try
so.
my best to explain. You
Sure.
can ask questions. All right. And I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything from the games. All right. So, there are two separate Danganronpa animes that are both called Danganronpa 3 that are coming out in the same week, just merely days away from each other.
Great.
The future arc airs on Mondays, and the Despair arc is on Thursdays.
What's the
Okay.
difference?
I will explain that.
Okay.
So the future arc takes place in, well, comparatively, the future. It's it's the latest entry in the series, and it follows the events of what went down in pretty much every other Danganronpa game. Like, this is actually a sequel to all of the games. It follows what happens in the games. This is a canonical continuation, they're claiming that it's a wrap-up, actually. That this is the end of this arc of the series.
Sure.
So, not to spoil what goes down, but the main character from Danganronpa 1 is on trial for rescuing some people it's questionable why he rescued them. Because he's in charge of Future Foundation, he's trying to help the world recover from the bad shit that went down surrounding the events of the first Danganronpa game.
Sure.
So,
Whew.
yeah, I know. So he's about to be put on trial by a bunch of other leaders in the Future Foundation, and then they get attacked and get locked in the tower that they're in, and basically another killing game happens. So this is Danganronpa 3, full swing, baby. again, I don't want to go too in depth with this stuff, but honestly, I wouldn't even recommend. I mean, I feel like if you're a big Danganronpa fan, you should probably invest the time to watch this just to know the canonical ending of this plot. But what they're doing is so bad. It's so frustrating. They introduce another gaggle of characters. Like they always introduce a big bunch of characters for these killing games, so that way, you can have murderers and victims and have all these things go down.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is a huge flaw in an anime retelling of a story with so many characters. There is no chance for any of their characterizations to breathe. They just drop these characters. You look at them, you're like, there might be something interesting about them, but they never actually introduce them. So when someone dies, you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I really love Danganronpa 2. Again, not to spoil anything, but even after the first victim dies in Danganronpa 2, even after they execute the first murderer, they still keep coming up, and their motives and just everything that went down.
They're like reverberations through the story.
Exactly. Like, that was a weakness for Danganronpa 1, but Danganronpa 2 pushed it over the edge, and that's what made that game so great, is that all of the characters were not equally important, but all the characters were somewhat important.
Yeah.
But there is none of that in the Future arc. There's none of that so far, and it's boring. Like, I see someone died at the end of the first episode, and I was just like, I don't fucking care. I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Now, then we come to the Despair arc.
Yeah. All right, I'm interested in this one.
Okay, so again,
someone should be.
Yeah, not to get too far into it again, for those who haven't played Danganronpa 2, because you should play Danganronpa 2. The cast of it's just about the cast of Danganronpa 2 before shit went south, basically. Mm-hmm. And this first episode was just kind of introducing them and having them do dumb shit. And as someone who, Danganronpa 2, again, one of my favorite games ever, period. Just seeing that cast of characters again, interacting, being dumb, like, they're all a bunch of goofballs, and I love every single one of them, and just seeing them again just put a smile on my face, and...
Sure, yeah.
Like, your mileage will vary, because I don't think someone who doesn't know anything about obviously someone who doesn't know anything about Danganronpa will just be like, who the fuck is this? Why did this guy just take a gigantic shit? But...
What?
For me, when I when I saw that they went into a bathroom, and that the walls were shaking... I immediately knew what was going on, and I legitimately went, oh my god, he's taking a shit! Yes! Like, I was so happy. And to y'all, that sounds insane, but if you play Danganronpa...
I get you, yeah. Exactly.
To people like Rose, you're like, oh my god, that's great. Like, but no, so far it's fun, it's cute seeing everyone together, and I could see it going south pretty quickly. But I could also, if they have a bunch of episodes where it's just all of them having fun and interacting, and like the good parts of Danganronpa 2, then it'll be great. So that's my quick thoughts on those episodes. I probably won't check in every week. Maybe I'll do a wrap-up for the ending of each of them. But
well, that's good that at least one of them's going well so far. So.
Yeah. You could put anything with the Danganronpa 2 cast in it, and I'll probably dig it, so,
Yeah. Ibuki.
She's great in it. She shows up and she's cooking meat with her guitar, like it's shooting fire, and she's cooking it, and I'm like, hell fucking yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah, Buki.
All right, good.
All right, well then let's move on to news. And all I'm going to say right now is rest in peace, that segment. You will not be missed by me.
The Danganronpa segment?
No,
No.
No,
Oh, God, yeah, we ended it. We started
The new
it and killed
release.
it in the same episode.
John's referring to the new releases segment, which was culled from this podcast via executive decision in the last week. So, rip. I'll miss it. Y'all may not, but that was some prime comedy material.
Absolutely not. All right, folks, let's do our news bits here. Rose, how about we start with you again?
All right.
Because I started with you.
So
earlier.
last week, I talked about the Overwatch character that was being teased at the time.
Yeah.
And then Blizzard heard me and was like, nah, we're just going to put it out now. And they put it out on the PTR, which was really fast, actually.
What is the PTR?
So the PTR is, okay, so in WoW, it's the private test realm. 'Cause
Okay.
WoW.
All right.
But I think this is private test region?
Sure.
Something like that. Anyways, it lets you test changes before they're pushed to, like, the general populace. Usually you have to wait in a queue. I had to wait in a 4,000 person queue.
Jeez.
That was
Louise.
fun. It only took, like, a
4,000?
half hour. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then when you get in the game, you realize why there are so many people waiting is because that new character is really fun.
What is the new character? For those
So-
who maybe didn't listen last week.
She's a sniper, but she's not a normal sniper because they've already got one of those. She's a sniper that shoots healing bullets.
Cool.
Wow.
And it's not just like, it's kind of like if you play Overwatch, Zenyatta has like overtime heals. Her bullets work like that. But also, you don't have to worry about being precise with your shots necessarily because she basically has a very generous like hit window. So, for example, I completely whiffed missing, like I missed like all of my friends, like shot under their elbows, stuff like that. Still healed them.
Cool.
It's pretty tight on enemies though.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
sure,
do
I'm
more
sure it is.
healing? Does it do more healing if you like do a headshot or a chest shot versus like limbs?
No, so luckily it doesn't because I was worried about that because then you'll have a bunch of people obviously going, well, I need to do the most healing, so let me try to get a headshot.
Yeah.
I think it does do more... No, it doesn't do more damage because it does damage over time when you hit someone.
It
Like, kind
heals
of
over
like
time too, I think.
Yep. It does both of those, and she also has a grenade that she throws,
Right.
and that helps boost both of those, so like she'll do more damage. And when she uses a grenade on an enemy, it makes it so that they can't be healed, which is really good for characters like Roadhog who heal themselves. Like it'll just do nothing. So she's really fun. I feel like she might be a little broken right now
Sure.
because she can do like pretty decent damage while still like being a healer.
Yeah.
Which like Mercy's gun does a lot, but you really have to go out of your way. You can't just instantly switch to healing like instantly. But
Yeah, no,
I think she's pretty fun.
Maybe explain who this character is exactly, because
all right, yeah. So she's in the lore
The lore.
of Overwatch, which is really good in quotation marks. She's Farah's mom, which is good because that means she's just, like an old lady, and she's really good. And they go way into it.
Yeah.
Like she says things like oh, I'll be sure to tuck you in, and like her poses are like she pulls out like a little like photo of Farah and like smiles and stuff like that. And it's just
Mom.
It's really cute. It's nice.
Also, we just need more like kick-ass old ladies in video
Yeah,
games in general.
like really. And it also makes a good pace because the other two older characters in that game, well, Reinhardt's pretty good, but like Soldier 76 and Reaper, they're like
The
caricatures.
tryhards.
Yeah, they're tryhards. Like they're not like she's gone through the same stuff as them, but she's still like, I just want to be happy. And her characterization is really fun and unique for that game.
Cool.
That's good.
They've also done stuff with other characters. They made Diva like really strong now.
Yes.
Hell
They changed her alt fire, which used to be like, they gave her an alt fire basically, which used to be her like secondary ability, which was she put up a barrier for like 3 seconds and it absorbed everything. But then it went on cooldown for like 10 seconds. It was pretty useless.
Yeah.
So now what it does is kind of like Farrah's hover. You can use it for like 3 seconds, and then you wait like 2 seconds, and you can use it for 3 seconds again. But it's bound to the alt fire, so you could stop halfway through and the meter will stay there. It's really good now. So like someone does an alt, like Farrah appears and does her alt and shoots all those rockets. You don't have to worry about, oh, my thing's on cooldown. Now you can be like, all right, I'm doing this. I'm going to block like half of these and stop.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay.
Cool.
And then they gave Zenyatta more shields, right?
Oh yeah, they gave Zenyatta more shields and
Hell
made his
yeah.
ult fast to the point where there was a video that was going around of Zenyatta speed boosted by Lucio with Anna's ult on him. And he made it from the beginning of Hanamura all the way to the end of Hanamura in less than 5 seconds.
Jeez.
All right. Well, thanks for the Overwatch update.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Ryan,
Hey.
what's the news from your neck of the woods?
Well. There's a game out there that I didn't play, but some of y'all may have, and some people listening to the podcast may have played, called MISOM. And what that stands for is Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor.
I've never heard anyone say it like that.
Well, now you have.
Do you need to be driven to the hospital, Ryan?
You could say it backwards, which is Mosum.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna mosey on over and tell y'all this news story.
All right, please,
But,
please.
Anyway, that game has, I guess, published or distributed by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And they are in kind of hot water with the FTC, not to be confused with the FCC, the Federal Trade Commission, because they I'll read the quote here, that Warner Brothers paid, quote, hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars to popular, quote, influencers, which are like really popular YouTube celebrities such as like PewDiePie, who apparently released a video like disputing this, like apologizing for it, or like some other such something.
He just I can explain it because I watched it, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, but anyway, basically what happened is they paid like thousands of dollars to some of these people to basically relentlessly promote Shadow of Mordor, like say just positive things about it, don't talk about like any bugs or glitches on their videos, like just basically get positive press out, which you know is fine. But the problem is that none of them ever said they were being sponsored for it. What happened was either the people who were putting out these videos, a lot of them just straight up didn't say they were being sponsored by Warner Brothers. Some of them put it in there, but they put it below the show more cut on YouTube, which means that most people wouldn't see it, and it'd be completely cut out if it was reposted to like Twitter or Facebook. So basically what happened is a ton of these people were hired by Warner Brothers to put out positive reviews of Shadow of Mordor without saying that it was basically like celebrity endorsement. So the crux of this issue here was that they misrepresented this sponsored content as being the, quote, objective and independent opinions of video game enthusiasts. So the director of the FTC, Jessica Rich, said that consumers have the right to know if reviewers are providing their own opinions or paid sales pitches, and they are putting out a proposed order that would prevent this kind of thing in the future. And, you know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with YouTubers basically making these advertisements for these products because, you know, it's the same kind of thing as celebrity endorsement. Like, you know, they get paid, like they go on commercials, like that kind of thing. Except the problem with YouTube is that you don't necessarily know that it's a sponsored opinion because of the way it's presented as being the reviewer or the, quote, influencer's sort of opinion about the game. And that kind of all unraveled for them, I guess. I don't really know what the outcome is for Warner Brothers. It says they settled with the FTC. I think it's interesting to see this all come out, especially in the wake of stuff like all that CSGO Lotto stuff that went on, but I feel like that's probably a little bit more illegal than what Warner Brothers did, which is just like, I guess not technically illegal, but like
Shady
and super misleading, especially for people who would watch these videos and think that it's like a legitimate, from the heart kind of review of this game.
So,
that happened with Machinima last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
Between
the same exact thing. Yeah.
Machinima and Microsoft. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
So PewDiePie's video disputed a few things, and not necessarily all the FTC charges. One, he did totally put and has continued to put a claim. This is all according to him. So that he put below the show more that it was totally sponsored by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, and some people did do that.
And there are plenty of people who did not do that or would hide it, but he has done that, and he claims he's done that with all his videos, that he even now goes out of his ways to say in the video that he has like a little bump in the beginning that
which is what people should be doing.
Well, what he says is the video he put up was from whatever year that game came out. The rules that the FTC is enforcing weren't enforced or didn't come about until 2015. So this is going back in time, finding videos before these new rules were in place and applying them.
Yeah, which is not how this typically works.
Yeah, and that was his main sticking point. That and the fact that a lot of the reports said his name prominently.
Yes.
That FTC goes after Warner Brothers and PewDiePie. And he had a problem with that because it wasn't just like any sites. This is Polygon, Kotaku, like every major news site.
Yeah, it was a lot, and I think that's because in the settlement, his is the only name that's mentioned by the FTC,
and that's why he was a little miffed because he felt like he did the least amount of wrong, but his name was being dragged through the mud because it was the most recognizable name.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of PewDiePie's take. PewDiePie's
his hot take. Yeah.
His hot take, and I thought it was interesting, but I also thought it was interesting how much this was kind of ignored, overall.
Yeah.
Of like, here's your legitimate like smoking gun that YouTubers take money, don't reveal it, and then give you positive reviews. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Michael, because you definitely.
I will watch more PewDiePie videos. That was my. I'm the PewDiePie editor.
Well, no, yeah, I'm just saying you seem to like, between the two of us, I think we've done a pretty adequate job of explaining the both sides of this whole thing.
Absolutely.
So. But yeah, that's Shadow of Mordor, YouTubers, and the FTC. So
the great conflict.
What did you call it? Well, it wasn't Shadows of Mordor. What did you call it?
Mordor. Misom. Yeah, it's the acronym.
Misom.
Yeah.
I'm getting a stomach ache hearing that. All right, Michael, your turn.
More like Pokemon No. Yeah.
Please continue. Oh my god. Got him. Please.
Hey, Pokemon Go is a thing.
Yeah,
it is the
game.
Thing.
Yes,
everyone. Is. I think almost everyone's been playing it.
Flavor of the month and possibly of the year. So
of like the next 3 weeks.
That's a month. Yep. So.
I can't play it because my phone is on Android 4.3 and T-Mobile's not updating my phone anymore because technology sure is wonderful.
You got to catch up or be left behind.
Yeah, I've tried to sideload it and stuff, but none of them seem to work. The farthest I've gotten is like past look where you're going.
Yeah,
and then it just does nothing. So you guys have been playing it, right?
Yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
What's the rarest one you have? What's the coolest Pokemon you have?
I have a Zubat named Dio. I have a Weedle named Weed L.
These are the most common Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't have
a Pidgey. Like, come on.
I don't have any
Pikachu.
See, the thing is that I don't know what is and isn't rare. I have a Coughing and an Ekans, which are both kind of neat.
Coughing,
sure.
Coughing's maybe your rarest. Ekans,
yeah, I've caught I think 2 or 3 Coughing because I'm in Austin right now, and it was weird because they didn't have it running for like at launch. Like there was nothing in central or downtown Austin in terms of like Pokestops, and that's really messed up because that's where like most people in the city are going to be playing this game, because there's like the huge college population because the university is right here, and that was really weird. But then yesterday, I guess, they finally loaded all the Pokestops up, and I went out and I did some stuff, and it was like every college-age person and child with their family in like a mile radius was up at the campus catching Pokemon yesterday. And it's really funny because it's such a Pokestop-rich environment. Like, I can look around my screen and see just within like the screen distance, probably around like 50 Pokestops within walking distance. And that's not even counting what's on campus at the university, because my screen doesn't go that far. But yeah, I have an Eevee, an Execute, a Poliwag, Coughing, Raticate, Krabby, Goldeen, Magikarp.
Ryan.
Sorry.
Stop listing out a bunch of Pokemon.
Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that this was like a news story. But anyway, yeah there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Anyways. Let me say the fucking news story before I kill you.
I mean, if you have to.
All those people playing Pokemon seem to have had a rather positive impact on Nintendo, whose stock have gone up considerably. Like, at least, I think the latest is 25%.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine it's pretty high.
Yeah, and it has gone down over the last year by about 50%. So just in the last year, it's gone down considerably. But like in a year, and within a week, it had nearly made up for most of those losses. And I think the estimated. I have a news story about how much money it's not like actual dollar bills, but just in value. Yeah. And the news story, I think I say it's $7.5 billion, but I think it's up to $9 billion.
Jeez.
And Nintendo's stock is now the same price as Sony's stock. So
wow.
It's made them a lot of money, even if it's a lot of financial experts are essentially saying it's worth selling Nintendo stock. It's not worth buying because that's pretty soft, and that's not surprising that it's soft. But just because they won't directly make a lot of money off of Pokemon Go. Yeah, I think this is a larger kind of like, that's how big a phenomenon this has become, is that people saw this and was like, let's go buy up a bunch of Nintendo stock quick. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy.
Absolutely.
And good for Nintendo. Like,
the
NX is on the horizon, and I'm sure this makes a lot of investors who were maybe a little weary a bit happier and a little bit more confident about their mobile stuff. So.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this mobile stuff that they're doing with, like, I think Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem are on the way. Like, really helps them get investors off their backs, because reading those like investor meetings are a little rough.
Yeah, it also kind of seems like their investors aren't 100% sure what's happening at any given moment. And yeah, I'm curious because they didn't make Pokemon Go. They, to my knowledge, from what I've read, Iwata kind of helped move it along and really liked the idea after the April Fool's thing. But this was, not completely separate from them, because they have more hands and pockets when it comes to Pokemon than people realize. But
honestly, I don't think it's as many as people think, because Pokemon is a part of Nintendo. Nintendo is a third of, like, it's like 1/3 holdings with the Pokemon Company, but the Pokemon Company is still a very separate thing in a way.
But
like,
Pokemon has a large investment through the company and the people who work for it in Game Freaks, and then has part of it, a third. They helped found the Pokemon Company, but they own the trademark and what's the other thing? Copyright, I guess. It's not copyright. Yeah, they own the trademark and something else. So anything with Pokemon, they get a bit of, and then they also help program, publish, and produce almost every Pokemon game.
Yeah, but like.
So they get Pokemon slices, Company, not as big as slices, but they get slices.
Yeah, but the Pokemon Company also does a lot of, like, really separate things too, and not to say that, like, because, for example, Pokemon games have actually been coming out to smartphones for a while now. Like, there's been, like, Pokemon Shuffle, there's, like, an official Pokedex app. There have been iOS, at least, Pokemon things for a few years now, and,
Sure.
The big news that Nintendo's coming to smartphones, like, Nintendo came to smartphones, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they had a decision, or at least part of a decision with that. They were part of the team that kind of pushed that forward. They just weren't the sole proprietor of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Pokemon Go is just a definitely more visible entity than like a Pokedex app and that kind of thing.
I think it's more visible because it had a push behind it. People knew about it before it came out, which is pretty kind of rare for mobile games. Mm-hmm. And it's you see Pokemons in your real life. Like, I think it's a phenomenon. Like, it is so big and it plays right. It's like only having the original ones. It's nostalgia. Yeah. Like, there are people I know who are my age who I don't give a crap about Pokemon, but like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And it is just nostalgia.
I have had some bizarre encounters because of Pokemon Go. I should tell this story really quick. Couple nights ago, I was feeling peckish late at night, and I drove down to the McDonald's down the road. Mm-hmm. And as I was sitting in the drive-thru, I checked Pokemon Go really quick, and I saw that nearby there were a bunch of lures set up. So it's like, I'm going to go drive over there, see what's up. I drive over to where it is. It's in the parking lot of a church, and there are, like, the Pokestops are a bunch of statues littered around the church grounds. So I pull into the parking lot, I get out of my car, and I start looking around, and there's like 5 people, obviously looking at their phones, but they're just walking around this dark church like area. And like, I don't know, like I always hear stories of people being like, oh yeah, no, I went to some area and there were like 30 people. It's just the fact that there were only like 5 people made it so eerie. Like, just being there in the middle of the night at a church. Like, if there were like 30, 40 people there, it wouldn't have been creepy at all. Everyone would have been
It'd be like a party.
Fun.
You'd be like, hey, Pokemon guys.
Just nobody was interacting with each other. Everyone was just moving from statue to statue. I was just like, oh man, this is a little weird. Like,
it's like a strange Pokemon religious ceremony.
Yeah, it was weird. And then the other like weird story is that a couple days ago, at work, I actually got told by one of my higher ups, because she was playing Pokemon Go. She was like, John, stop sweeping for a minute. There's Pokemon outside. Go catch them. And I was like, okay. That is how much of a phenomenon this is, that like I was told to stop working because I had to go catch Pokemon. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
It's wild.
It's such a weird thing.
Yeah, it's really interesting for me to be in this like pretty relatively highly populated area with like all these Pokestops out here, and just I can go at like any hour of the day and there'll just be people out doing it, and it's like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, this is this is just like this incredible thing that has brought this like entire college community together under the power of Pokemon nostalgia. It's
really neat, and it's such a it is such a cool thing, but at the same time, it's also like really weird to see like all the strange sort of takes on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
of like seeing, like, I think GameSpot gave it like a 7, but like other places are giving it like a 2 or 3 review out of like 10.
Yeah, this is Mike Casamano of Destructoid gave it a 3, I think.
Yeah, like a 3.6, I think. Like, because it's not a good game. Like, from everything I've heard about it, it's not good.
It's okay.
And then, like, hearing, and there have been some really good... there was a really good article on Kotaku about disabled people and how they're unable to play it. Yeah. I think Austin Walker, in his first article at Vice, was talking about how, like, that's actually really dangerous if you're not white. Like,
that wasn't Austin Walker, but he tweeted it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's an article. He wrote a full article, I believe.
No, he wrote an article about Pokemon Go, but I don't think he was the one who wrote the article about...
Yeah, that was a Kotaku joint.
Okay. But yeah, like, the more I like it... It's funny to see this, like, kind of pure little piece of entertainment, and then, because it is AR, like, clash with the real world in really weird ways, especially since it came out, like it's last week for us, but it'll be a little bit later once this goes up. But like, especially after last week, like it's just like this strange thing of all the things that happen, and like, now go outside, like, what? Yeah. Wander around, and then you see videos of like cops pulling people over and like whipping out their phones and like, you guys playing the Pokemons? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this world? Why are these two things happening? Like, it's weird. It's such a weird thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's move on to our last bit of news here. Another weird Nintendo thing that happened very recently. So we were all children at one point.
Maybe you were.
Yeah, I came out 22.
All right. Well, when I was a child,
someone dropped a copy of like Bubsy into a vat of nuclear waste, and then they knocked it over on top of like a Punisher comic, and I just was like born out of it, like the Toxic Avenger.
You are like a mix of Bubsy and Punisher.
Sure.
Rose, what were you born from?
God, Hideki Kamiya's imagination.
Bless.
It's good.
All right, so you're Bayonetta now, I guess.
Let's go with Okami, because that
right.
fits more with my blend.
Nice.
I feel ya. All right, so when normal human beings are born, they have smallman hands that can grasp things, but they're often very grubby and covered with crud and sludge. Well, it seems as though Nintendo is releasing an NES to be grasped by toddlers, because it's extremely small and has 30 games on it, and it's just a smallman's NES for weak babies who can't lift a normal NES.
Okay, John, here's the question, though, because when I read this article you had written about it, I had just woken up, I was out of my mind, groggy, I saw that it had been tweeted out, I read it, and I was like, is Nintendo seriously releasing an NES just for babies? Like, is this seriously just an NES made exclusively for toddlers? So, like, here's my question.
Yes.
The NES is a baby NES, but are the controllers any smaller?
No.
Okay, because that's what I thought you were getting at when I read that article, that they released an NES with like smaller baby hand controllers.
No. All right, okay, no more bit. That was a joke. It's
no more goofs.
All right, so this is for real now. Do you know how for a while game companies who made retro games had put out those like little home devices that were like, here's 7 Genesis games, or
like
stuff like that?
Plug and play.
Yeah, well, Nintendo is finally getting in on this. They're releasing again, like I said, a small little NES-looking device.
It's hand-sized. Like, it is literally, it sits in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, where it's coming out on November 11th for $60, and it has 30 NES games on it. So that's about $2 for each NES game, which is a steal, because a lot of, I only think 3 or 4 of these aren't on the Wii U Virtual Console yet, or only a couple. I know only a couple of them aren't on the Wii U Virtual Console yet, but they're like $5 on the Wii U Virtual Console. So you're saving money if you want to buy all of these games. You're saving like $3 each. But I mean, obviously, some of these games are stinkers. So here's 30 games on this list. How about I run through them and y'all give me a yay or a nay real quick? How about that?
Sure.
Okay. Balloon Fight.
Yes.
Yay.
Bubble Bobble.
Hell fucking yes. Yeah. My shit. The game's so good.
Castlevania.
Yes.
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely.
Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest.
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
Terrible.
Rose, did you say you like Simon's Quest?
It's really interesting.
I think that's the best way to put it.
I want someone to not know what it is and play it in 2016.
Sure. Donkey Kong.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Better.
No.
No. Double Dragon 2. Dr. Mario.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excite Bike.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Final Fantasy, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say yes.
They said it has some emulator features like suspend points, so yeah. I'll say yes.
Okay. Galaga.
Hell yes.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
The NES version, though.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
This is
Yeah, it's good.
30 game list, dude.
We're halfway done. Gradius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ice Climber.
Sure.
And no.
Okay.
Sure.
No.
Kid
Why not?
Icarus.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Kirby's Adventure.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Mario Brothers.
Never heard of it.
No.
That's a good one.
Never heard of it.
Mega Man 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Metroid.
Yes.
Yes.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
The NES Pac-Man port.
No.
No. I don't know
Maybe.
what that's like, but
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
No.
Nah, it's not good.
Go
It's not
play
great.
Pac-Man in a fucking browser.
there's no joystick.
Yeah, no. Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I prefer Mike Tyson, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. Star Tropics.
Sure.
I'm not
I
familiar
don't
with that
recall
game.
what that is.
It's-
I've heard the name. Let me Google it. Star Tropics.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Super C.
I don't even know what that
another
is.
one. Yeah, another one I don't remember.
I think is that a Contra game? I don't remember.
Yes, that is a Contra game.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, sure.
So
Okay.
then yes.
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Super Mario
I
Brothers 3.
prefer Doki
Oh,
Doki.
hell
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
rock hard right now.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Zelda.
Link to the Past.
And
No,
Zelda 2.
No.
yes.
No.
I like Zelda 2 way more than Zelda 1.
Let me tell you
Sure.
about Link to the Past.
Okay. So those are all the games that are going to be on it. They're
So
not gonna
pretty decent. A pretty decent lineup.
Yeah, they're not going to be selling any like expansion packs or anything. It's HDMI though, so you'll be able to play it on current TVs.
Okay.
And it comes with one controller, which is basically a recreation of the NES controller. You can buy another one for $10, so you can play 2-player for like Tecmo Bowl or Mario Brothers or anything else. But you can also use your Wii and Wii U Classic controllers to.
Great.
And you can also use that NES controller on the Wii U to play NES games.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you can play
So you
any
could you
NES
could
version.
potentially just buy the NES controller and just have it on your Wii U.
Yeah, you could just buy whatever NES games you want to play on the Wii U and use the NES controller. Because there's some good NES games that aren't on here. You know, like I love Mach Rider is one of my favorite games, and that's not on this. So I could buy the controller and just play Mach Rider on the Wii U.
Yeah, maybe they'll release like a Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. But
Sure.
I really don't know how many more NES games there are to
there
slap
are
on
a
there.
ton. Trust me.
Well,
like
good
just
NES
looking on
games.
Twitter of
It's
people
like Contra.
Yeah, just people on Twitter making their own list of 30 games that they would rather see. There's enough. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I mean, it seems a little late, but at the same time, it's not really hurting anyone. It's a lot of games for a pretty good value, and hopefully they come out with some other packs like that. Like, I would love to get a Super Nintendo one where I just pay $60 and have like Mega Man X and Super Mario RPG and like
Captain Novolin.
Super Castlevania, you know,
And
all
Bubsy.
that stuff. Yeah, exactly. And Captain Novolin and Bubsy.
They could do an N64 one and have like 10 games.
Sure. Yeah, you know.
'Cause-
And I would honestly, I would love to own a miniature N64. That'd be adorable.
It'd just be like Mario 64, Smash, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie.
Pokemon
Ocarina.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Majora's.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a good that would sell like hotcakes.
Conkers.
No. Alright, let's move on to questions. Michael, would you like to remind everybody where they can send those questions?
Questions. You can send questions to video game the choo choo .tumblr.com/ask, or you can send emails to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com. That I'm totally not going to check that right now.
Not this time.
Nope.
And you will sound like one of these people as I type in the word podcast. And then, is that the password? Nope. Anyways, I guess I won't check the email this week. Not that there's anything in there. Anonymous asks, rainbow or chocolate sprinkles? Sprinkles is spelled wrong, rainbow is spelled wrong. Crew neck or V-neck? Coke or Pepsi?
For me, I'd say rainbow sprinkles, and then crew neck because I hate V-neck shirts. I don't like them, and then Coke because I live in Texas.
Do you not like showing off your chest hair?
No, I don't actually.
Rose?
Chocolate sprinkles. Because rainbow's too hit or miss.
That's fair.
V-necks, because come on. And then Coke.
John?
Rainbow, crew neck, because I'm afraid to show my skin. I'm sorry, ladies.
You're in one giant, like, constant closed suit.
Yeah.
If I could be,
You
I
see
would.
your eyes. You see the eyes and the lips.
I would do that if no lips.
Sounds like a fetish thing.
Yeah, exactly. No lips. If it's just the eyes, it's not as creepy.
The lips are a deal breaker.
Yeah. And Coke.
Nice.
Rainbow, crew, Pepsi.
All right.
Ooh, shaking things up.
I'm not shaking things up. I'm choosing the right fucking choice. Chester Loaf asks, back in the day, what was some weird Pokemon merchandise you had? I had Pikachu plates and a Gengar stamp.
Nice. I have a couple questions for this since I was a very Pokemon invested child. I know we used to buy Pokemon Pop-Tarts, and the sprinkles on them were shaped like Pokemon. Mm-hmm. I had a Pokemon card binder with Pikachu on the front that I won at a contest at a Texas Rangers baseball game.
Sure.
And I kept all my cards in it. It was really nice. It was like a nice, like, dark blue, had Pokemon logo and Pikachu on the front, and it had all my cards in it. And I wish I still knew where it was, assuming I didn't, like, get rid of it, which I might have. And then I also had Pokemon marbles, which were just straight up fucking marbles with the original Pokemon art, like, printed on them. And I had a little sack to keep those in that also had the Pokemon logo and Pikachu printed on it. So
amazing.
That's all that really comes to mind. Those were the days when they put Pokemon on literally everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I had Pokemon marbles I might have gotten from, like, a flea market or Walmart. Like, it could have been from any of those places, and I never would have known.
So I also had balls with Pokemon on them. They're these little plastic balls, and inside were Pokemon figurines.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah,
I
I was
had a
gonna
couple
say,
of those, too.
I definitely had those, and I remember chipping away at them, trying to get to the figures.
Yeah, so I had multiples of the same Pokemon, so I cut it out. I cut, like, all the plastic away and slowly chipped away all this, whatever that was, off of it. I think that's the weirdest thing I had. I don't remember. I'm sure I had something really dumb.
Sure.
Anybody else?
The Pokemon Smucker's jelly jars
Nice.
that had like tons of art of like Squirtle and Charmander on them.
I may have used to have one of those because I at least remember having it in my home at some point in time, but I'm not sure if I would have kept it or not.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good.
John, you had to have something strange. I know you did.
I don't know if I had anything, like, particularly weird. Like, I remember I just had a bunch of stuff that a kid would have who loved Pokemon. You know, I had cards, I had the like, little ball things, I had the Pokeballs that you got from Burger King with the gold cards in them.
I had the Pokemon Master board game.
I had that.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. I had that, too. Isn't that, like, worth money now?
Probably.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I had that talking Pikachu that you press the button and it would go like Pika Pika, and the cheeks would flash. I kept all my Game Boy
My
games.
cheeks will flash if you squeeze me right.
Shut your mouth. I had a Game Boy case for that was yellow and had Pikachu on it, and I kept all my Game Boy games in there. No, I just had a bunch of Pokemon stuff. I never had any. Surprisingly, I don't remember ever wearing Pokemon T-shirts when I was a kid.
I never had any Pokemon clothes either, from what I remember.
Maybe just because my mom was still dressing me, so she didn't want to buy that. But now,
no one will know your shame.
Now I'm fucking wearing my shame loud and proud. So.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Pokemon Platinum T-shirt. That's all I remember.
One of the bad Pokemon games. All right.
Gen 4 is not good, but Giratina is really cool.
Giratina is really
All right,
cool.
I am ending this Pokemon talk as it gets really bad.
Right.
Shoeless asks, I know that Austin reviewed it already, but does anyone else have any interest in playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions? It's a great RPG and has a great setting.
I personally don't, just because I've never played a Fire Emblem game in my life. And the only thing I've ever touched, even remotely close to SMT, is playing some of Persona 4. So, not really.
I do, because I think it sounds crazy. Mm-hmm. And every now and again, I like getting down on a good RPG.
Sure.
And I don't think I've played one really for more than a few hours since Digimon earlier this year. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't hear it, but when I saw this ask a while back, I was just shaking my head hell fucking yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. I was supposed to review it originally, but then I was broke when it came out, so I was like, nah, I can't now. I mean, I saw a video on YouTube of the main characters just singing the Fire Emblem song and flying around, and I was like, oh hell yes. I'm gonna play that before the year's over. You count on it.
Yeah, I'll probably play it too. My girlfriend just got it and it's almost done now. So
nice.
Cool.
I'm probably gonna try to swipe it.
There you go.
So I guess I'm the only one in this podcast not super interested in playing this game.
It's okay.
Which is funny because I'm the one who hates anime.
Yeah.
So, Anonymous asks, what kind of movies do you all like? Who are your favorite actors? Does Ryan have the best taste or the worst? Do you like Mike Myers? I think he's due for a comeback. So we'll start this at the beginning. What kind of movies do you all like?
Ryan.
We'll end with Ryan because Ryan's going to have the longest list.
Oh, sure.
Let's start with Rose.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think. So, as a dirty habit, I've seen all the Marvel movies, and I enjoy them to an extent. I think they're pretty fun.
Sure.
Other than that, I can't think of a movie other than Fast 6 that I saw unironically in 3 years.
No, God, I feel that.
Because me and my friend, whenever they're up from Boston, they always go, hey, do you want to go see this terrible film that's out? God, I'm trying to remember what the last one was.
A lot of people do that, and I don't understand why.
It's so much fun.
Their money.
I see a lot of shitty movies, but I see them after they've been in theaters, and when I don't have to pay money to watch them.
Sure.
Also, we go to this theater, and it has those free flow machines for the soda. First of all, those are great.
Coke Freestyle, you mean?
That's it. Yeah, freestyle.
Yeah. Free flow.
So good. I don't know.
Free flow sounded right. I thought you just meant free flow soda. Is that the Pepsi?
Yeah,
version?
it's just free flow.
I'm more interested in
It's
this.
like when you get a DJ up there, and it's yo DJ, just give me that free flow beat on the soda machine.
He's just
I got you, Ryan. Here it is, Coke with cherry in it.
Yeah.
just hands you a glass.
Yeah. Go get it yourself. It's self-serve, motherfucker.
It's a comfy theater, so it's just let's go relax outside for a bit and see this terrible film and talk over it because we're monsters.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Actors I really don't know.
If you can't come up with one, it means you probably don't have one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, there are actors I enjoy, but it's when someone's oh, who's your favorite actor? Tom Hardy's all right, I guess. I don't know. I don't love him.
All right, wait. I know this. Hold on. It's Bob Hoskins because he plays Mario in the Mario movie.
There you go.
Good choice.
Really good.
Who Framed
R.I.P.
Roger Rabbit. Yeah.
Yep. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's it. Okay, John. Favorite film? What kind of movies do you like? Who's your favorite actor?
I'm a piece of shit because I don't watch. Okay, I'm a piece of shit for many reasons, but one of the reasons why It's because I don't go to see movies as much as I want to. Just because it
doesn't make you a piece of shit.
No, I know, but like, I don't know. I wish I gave myself more time to do it, but you know, I like funnier movies, but I also like just really well shot like character explorations too. Like I like getting into a character's head and learning about them and seeing them grow. Like that's always good, you know. And I'm someone who really enjoys just a good script and good cinematography.
Sure. Yeah.
But you know, I also just love a good comedy too. Like I love to laugh. Obviously, I love dumb jokes. So you know.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. I mean, this is gonna sound real dumb because of current events, I suppose. But like, you know, Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies, and you know,
it's a good movie.
Yeah, I think that kind of nails what I look for in a movie is like just that kind of humor, this stuff that just keeps rolling. You know, obviously, like Bill Murray was just like rattling shit off.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like yeah, I mean, Bill Murray is probably one of my favorite actors. I also like. I mean, completely jokingly, but I love watching Nicolas Cage in dumb shit.
Hell yeah!
I always have.
Fuck yes!
I mean, there's some movies with Nicolas Cage where like I legitimately enjoy them. Like Adaptation is a fantastic movie.
That movie's really good.
Off.
Yeah,
yeah,
Face Off. Face Off is good, but it's so long.
It's too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's kind of it for me.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Ryan. What kind of movies do you like?
Oh, were you not going to answer, Michael?
Oh, I mean, I like pretty much all movies. It depends on my mood. Like,
right.
Sometimes I want to watch documentaries. Sometimes I want to just shut my mind off and watch someone blow things up and save the president. And sometimes I want to watch a drama.
Yeah,
so it depends. I actually just watched 10 Cloverfield Lane last night.
Movie.
I watched that. I watched that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's really good.
I liked it, but I don't think I liked it as much as a lot of other people liked it. So I thought it was like a solid, like, yeah, it's good. Not like a hell yeah kind of good, but still really good.
And as for favorite actors, like I don't really have like, there is no actor if they are in something I then want to see it. It is more of like who's directing them and who wrote that script and what's it about. Okay, now I want to see it. And there's no in between.
That's fair. So I guess I'll go ahead and answer. I mean, there's stuff I like, you know, like classic movies like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and stuff like that I grew up with as like a kid. But my kind of other tastes tend to branch off into like science fiction, horror kind of things. I look up from my computer, and the first two posters I see on my wall are one for Alien and then one for John Carpenter's The Thing, which are both great movies. I like Alien, I like Blade Runner, I like John Carpenter's movies. I've got a poster for Drive, I've got a poster for the new Mad Max. It's not a film, but I've got a couple True Detective posters in here. The last couple of movies that I was like really like rolling hard on in terms of watching and like thinking about were Phantom of the Paradise and Apocalypse Now, two very different but two very good films. I don't know. There's a pretty broad spectrum. There's movies I can watch all the time and never get tired of, like RoboCop. I can watch RoboCop every week for the rest of my life and never get sick of it. I love weird stuff like Halloween 3: Season of the Witch is an incredible film. Which
it's a bad movie.
Yeah, it is, but it's amazing. I love it. I have the Blu-ray and I have the reproduction skull mask in here with like the Silver Shamrock logo on the back and everything. But no, that's just at a glance. I like trash horror, like weird VHS kind of stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. In terms of actors, like Michael said, I tend to stick to like looking things from like a more holistic point of view, like seeing the parts that go into the whole before I decide to watch it. But then again, I do watch like trash, like The Room, Troll 2, Mac and Me. I actually have a Mac and Me poster. I got
Mac and Me.
I got a Mac and Me poster off eBay. It's the video store poster, and it has them on. It's like in stores March 30th, and I love it. But anyway, in terms of actors, like John said, like I'll always watch something with Nicolas Cage. In my room, I have a poster that is a reproduction of The Last Supper, but it is being attended by RoboCop and 12 versions of James Woods, who you may know from his iconic role in David Cronenberg's Videodrome, which is another one of my favorite movies. He voiced Hades and Hercules. I always like seeing him on screen and stuff, but other than that, I don't want to get too much into favorite actors, because like Michael said, I'm having trouble thinking of some, so I don't want to like sit here umming and oohing, trying to come up with a couple other names for the sake of this podcast.
They're actors I like, and they are in shit movies. So,
yeah,
it
totally.
happens. And I can answer these last three real quick. Does Ryan have best taste or the worst taste? The worst? Do you like
best,
Mike Myers? No.
Best, obviously.
I think he's due for a comeback. No, he isn't. Moving on. Anonymous asks. No,
fine.
we gotta keep going, dude. That was a long fucking question. We gotta keep going.
All right.
Anonymous asks, hey, with the recent release of the latest entry in the series, it seems like a good time to ask, what do y'all think of the good old Zero Escape series? I have never played one.
I've never played any of them either.
I've never played one.
John, you're our only hope.
I haven't played any of them yet.
All right then.
Wow.
Anonymous asks.
Wait, Rose, have you?
No,
my
everyone already
girlfriend
said
has,
no.
but
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
one of those series that I need to play, though. So
Yeah, it seems like something I'd be into if I sat down and played them, but I've just never gotten around to it.
Anonymous asks, I'm not sure what the word they were going for, but at least the question holds up. Tans the last 10 games you played and put them in a time capsule. It gets opened at your funeral. Will people judge you for what you played?
It's probably supposed to be like take the last 10 games that you played.
So autocorrect probably got them there.
For me,
let's start with
Okay.
John this time.
All right.
John, last 10 games you played, people look at them at your funeral. What do they think of you? And we don't need to list all 10 games.
No.
Just give us a snapshot.
I'm thinking. I don't think they would. I haven't really been playing anything too heinous recently. No, I think I'd be fine.
All right, Rose, last 10 games you played, someone looks at them all, they're opened, and what do they think of you?
they're like, wow, oh, Bloodborne right on top? That's a pretty good one. And then they go, oh, look, that's Neptuni. And then they go underneath that one, and there's another one. And then they go underneath that one, and there's another one.
And then they close it and bury it.
Yeah.
And not a word is spoken.
Oh my god.
Ryan, last 10 games.
I think overall mine would actually be fairly solid, because the first one would be like Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, and then there'd be stuff like Overwatch, and like The Witcher 3 and Valhalla. It's like, those are all okay, but then there'd be one game in there, this one heinous anime titty game I've been playing for like the sake of an article. It'd be like, oh, so he secretly liked anime titty cat girls. Great.
So that's how he died.
Yeah. Let's bury this motherfucker and move on with our lives.
I think mine would be pretty good up until they just got to like 5 or 6 Neo Geo games. Like, wait, why was this man playing Sengoku 3 in this volleyball anime game? So,
Yeah.
at any given time, there's some dumb fucking shit in there.
Yeah. Always.
Last questions from Hugs McGee. Fuck, Marry, Kill, King K. Rule, Croc, and Vector the Crocodile. And that's it for questions. You can send questions to videogamechoo.
I would fuck King K. Rule.
Me too.
Let it be known I would fuck King K. Rule.
Wait, no, I
can
wouldn't.
Email us to at podcast@videogamechoo.com.
You'd
Is that
marry
it?
Vector the Crocodile. He's a loving soul.
And I'm
Yeah,
done.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know enough about those 3 characters, but I know King K. Rule is him big, so I'll just base it off that.
Can we at least all agree that Croc is kill?
No!
What?
Oh,
Croc fucking sucks. Fuck Croc.
wow.
Yeah, fuck Croc's dick.
No,
Fuck that dick.
just kill
Fuck
him.
that Croc dick.
No. All right, that's enough. That will do it for this episode of the show.
What is
Folks,
with crocodiles and us sexualizing them?
Florida.
Yeah, I guess it's the Florida thing.
I don't.
Let's just wrap this up. Let's just
First of all,
get
they're
this over with.
alligators. Okay. Second of all,
Michael, just move
I'm
on.
fearful of them.
Just move on.
I want to fuck them.
Don't look back. Don't look back at that sexy crocodile. Yeah.
All right, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. We'll have more of the same next week. You know, I'm not gonna lie, things are.
It's a good warning.
Things are a little slow recently because we're just kind of trying to get through July. July's a weird month for us, I feel like. So, hopefully we'll get back on track with some more stuff as time goes on. But for now, get ready for another video this week, and get ready for another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast next week. Thanks so much for listening. See y'all.